Hi everyone! Today we're going to be casting the quarterfinals of Red Bull Wololo 5 MBL versus Hera matching up. Let's take a quick look at the civilization draft. You guys can take a moment and pause. We're going to get hopping right in. Game number 1 is going to be Runestones. Let's do it. Game number 1 is going to start off with Hera playing in the red as the Khmer civilization, a really great civ, one of my favorites actually. He's going to open up with, I'm assuming, a spear. Yeah, a spear for him. MBL also popping in a spear into the oven. And an archery range, so we're going to go see some archers. I like it. Yeah, he's got 2 on gold. For sure we want to do some archery shenanigans. And Mr. MBL here in the yellow playing as Vikings. Vikings, a really favorite pick here on especially a map like Runestones, just because of the free wheelbarrow and that really nice jump start to their economy. So we're going to have MBL only have 1 on gold, so maybe we're going to add some archers down the line, but he's adding some scouts. He's opening up here with a stable. Hera's scout coming forward already. Going to see if he can find some kills, and this villager's looking awfully exposed, and Hera gonna find it. Now, Khmer players can garrison in their houses. MBL, not Khmer, can't do such a thing, is going to send a spear this way forward and going to fend Hera off. Meanwhile, back at home, Hera has his own scout that needs to deal with. Going to try to quick wall it in. It doesn't succeed, but now he's going to send some spears to chase him down and get this man out of the picture. All right, already military is looking really nice for Hera as he's entering the skirm market. Everyone knows, best unit of the game, the skirmisher. Okay, not actually, it's always a joke. You know, I'm always worried that someone's going to take me seriously, although I do love the skirmisher. There's a time and a place for them. Folks, MBL here with 33 villagers, Hera with 34. Why? Well, we got a little bit of idle time for MBL. It's not the worst case scenario, but it's obviously not ideal. And that's like half a villager gone. And MBL's adding a range over here. He's got 3 on gold, so he'll be able to add some archers here and there as he sees fit. And Hera, he's still chasing these 2 scouts from MBL with a scout of his own with some spears, and he's adding on his walls. Idling here underneath the town center, is that ideal? Obviously not. But don't worry about it, okay? This man's Khmer. If he needs to be, he can garrison in this house. It looks like Hera's just gonna say, you know what? My villies will come at you with these fists, you know? I like how we're plugging this hole here. Right there. Are we still open? I think they can still escape. But anyway, doing some good work. Fighting here with villagers. Never ideal. Never ideal, but it is how it is. Looks like we're getting a little bit distracted here. Hera losing... is he gonna lose a vill? No. I think the spear is so clutch. Oh, he did lose a vill right over here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, the villager's dead. Vill count... Hera's still up 1, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, back at home, MBL massing some skirmishers, has 6 scouts, and he's picking up fletching right now, which is going to be really nice. Although, I guess for skirmishers, you want to kind of have the pierce armor, but that's another story for another time. We've got the scouts. They're not the highest HP. Pretty sure, you know, one spear could clean all of this up on a good day. Oh, we get another pick over here. So what a great start off here for MBL. Getting 2 kills. Has lost the villager almost in idle time, but that's okay. Now we've evened out the vill count. And folks, let me remind you, MBL playing as Vikings gets the wheelbarrow for free. And then that's like 3 villagers worth of TC research time. So really nice, really nice for the Viking player. Hera's clicking up the castle right now, so he's going to be in a really strong position. He hasn't really invested into too much military. He's been playing rather defensively, and if we saw anything from his match in the previous tournament of this previous games of this tournament, his strategy, boom, he wants to boom it out. So MBL here finally clicking up the castle. He's going to be a little delayed, a little bit slower, but as I was saying, MBL invested a lot more into scouts, so they are a more food costly unit. Hera going to be getting, you know, into the castle age a little bit quicker for that reason. Although spears and skirmishers also food costs, they're a really good defensive unit. I wouldn't say it's really a good pushy unit, but in any case, we can definitely send them forward to help tank when need be. He's got quite a nice army here, looking at 10. MBL's got a decent army himself. He's got some scouts, he's got some skirms, he's got some archers, he's got some spears. You want him? MB's got him. So, are we going to enter the crossbow market? I feel like it's a little late to be massing some crossbows, but he says, Ellie, it's not. He says, don't worry about it, girl. I got you. he's probably not saying that. He's probably, you know, very focused on the game. But he's building a third range, and he's going to be massing his archers to eventually click up into crossbows. So that's a good idea. MBL here off of Hera. Hera is going to be full walled, and he's going to be feeling fine and dandy, adding a town center here on a wood line. And he's got enough gold, stone and wood for a third one, and adding it on his stone. So maybe he wants to do a TC. A TC, she says, a castle at some point in time. MBL, a little behind, but he'll be there quick enough. And he's going to have 6, maybe 10 archers by the time he reaches castle. So it's not the worst case, not the worst case. So we'll get that really nice power spike. Crossbows are really, really strong in once you get to the next age, especially with Botkin, you know, crossbow upgrade. They're going to be really, really tough to deal with if you've got a nice little ball until siege is on the field. So once siege is on the field, then it's a little suspect, but at the start, you should be fine and dandy. Looks like Hera's going to make a monastery, go for some knights. Perhaps he's anticipating some knights for the cleanup of the skirmishers, and that's not the worst call, you know? I feel like it's a very likely story. So MBL does not get bloodlines as the Vikings, but don't worry, knights are going to be fine against skirmishers. All right, but Hera is going to be picking up his elite skirmisher upgrade because he's got 10 skirmishers. When you have 10 of a unit, it's a pretty good idea to, you know, hold on, the camera frozen. Don't worry, Ellie's got us. Ellie's got us. We've got a bear here on attacking a spear. Look, I'm back. Wow. All right, folks. Well, we've got violence here from Mother Nature on MBL's team, apparently. And yeah, check it out. MBL's going here with some knights, probably take out some skirmishers. So the monk was an excellent, excellent play from Hera. And folks, Hera can pick up some relics while he's at it. Hello, Hien. Hera also has Botkin. I just want to throw that out there. So these skirmishers that are elite Ellie skirms, yes, this is the Ellie mod. No bigs, no bigs, is going to be really, 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 really nice. You know, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So we got some skirmishers, we got a monkus, and we all are coming forward. Gonna see what we can do. I like how MBL is now reacting with a siege workshop. He's gonna want to protect his gold. This is basically the golden boys. All of his other gold is out here, you know? You know, it's a little bit out of the walls. Okay, but he's making a TC on some gold. Whew. He's fine. Military-wise, looking good for MB. He's got a whole bunch of archers, but they're not crossbows just yet. Looks like he's just massing them in the ranges, and he's not going to be ejecting them just yet. So we also have a scout from Hera. And by scout, I mean knight. And back at home, the boom is real. Hera's got 62 villies. MB sitting with 51, 52. So a little bit behind. He only has 2 town centers, and the second one just came up, whereas Hera plopped his down right at the beginning. Oh, Scout finding a really nice snipe here with that monk, getting that garbage out of here. And we got some pressure here from Hera. MBL going to try his best here with a mangonel, but Hera being so annoying with his little micro nonsense, and he's going to say, don't touch me. And then he's going to split and he's going to run away. But, because this mangonel is here, skirmishers don't want to get too close, and gold should be relatively easy to defend. However, Hera will find these 2 skirmishers and will clean those 2 up as well. So, archers still being archers. I don't know why we don't get crossbow. Did we forget? Did we not forget? I don't know, folks. I don't know. There might be here an overchop real soon. It's a suspicious one. But in any case, crossbow still not getting got just yet. And I don't know if I like it. But MBL's going to be picking up a university. I think he just needs it for his buildings. I think he wants to click up to Imp. I think he really wants to play this in Imp. With Imp comes Arbalester, Bracer. He hardly knows her. You guys know the drill. I don't have to say it a 17,000th time. Maybe I do. I don't know. I laugh internally every time I say that. So, monkeys are making some good progress. Hera's bringing home his 2nd relic, and he wants to go find some more. Does he see the relics? I always forget the hotkeys. Well, it's not important. It's not important. We figure that out later. Okay, we have some. Oh, the crossbow is in. Our crossbows are out, I should say. Well, the crossbow upgrade is in. The crossbow upgrades are out. I don't know why my camera is freezing. It's really warm today. I think it's overheating, which is a shame. So, you know. Bear with me. My mistake, folks. My mistake. Okay, well, we have Hera also clicking up to Imperial. MBL's going to be there a little bit quicker. And we have another town center, his third one coming down, but it's a little late for the boom. No offense to MBL, but he's clicking up to Imperial with 65, which is always a little bit suspect. Hera already has a castle that was plopped down on this hill. He's mining more stone. This man wants more castles. He's got 10 on stone, and you know what? This man can afford them very soon. Very, very soon. Hera's only now picking up wheelbarrow, and a Viking economy already have handcart for free. So I'm wondering if Mr. MBL is just wondering, or hoping rather, that his handcart is going to make up the villager deficit. I don't know, but 2 mangonels coming forward, and with the crossbow support is quite scary. Hera did make a siege workshop here defensively, and he's going to be pooping some mangonels out of his own. There's not enough stone for another castle just yet, so Hera's going to need to migrate his economy here and there. Going to plop down a few more ranges. It looks like we're just going to add more skirmishers. We need it. Skirmishers against mangonels is suspect, but Hera's going to have mangonels of his own to deal with the mangonels, and maybe the skirmishers for the arbalest. You know what? Or the archers, soon to be arbalest. Ooh, it would have been a good engagement, but Hera microing them away. So military-wise, looking really nice for MB. He's got, you know, doubly the military count, and these skirmishers are not going to be able to find too much damage because we are running away. Hera, almost an imp himself, making a second castle very, very defensively. It's going to protect this wood line. I'm not sure about this gold. I feel like if the arbalests are here, it's rangeable. It's rangeable. But he's picking up chemistry, picking up bracer. And mangonels here going down to the other mangonels. And back at home, Hera is not pressuring MBL right now. So MBL's having a little bit of space and time to breathe. He's on his stone right now. He's making another siege workshop a little bit more forward. And Hera's going to be pretty comfortable at home, actually. He's secured this wood line, so he gets wood for, you know, safe and secure. This gold, it's rather unfortunate for Hera to be off of it, but these skirmishers are really going to take some excellent trades against the arbalests. Oh, MBL here punishing Hera for making this castle maybe too defensively on the wood line and not, you know, defensively enough off this gold. But that's how the cookie crumbled here. Meanwhile, we have a siege workshop that's in range of this castle fire. So looks like we have a ram from MBL. Will a ram be enough to take everything else out? I don't, probably not. You know, there's lots of villagers nearby that could come and batter that ram down themselves. But MBL adding some houses over here, feeling fine and dandy as the arbalest production continues. He's got 39 arbalests, 7 more in the queue. He's got a bunch of resources. Hera using his resources a little bit nicer, but he's off of gold at the moment, which is a little scary. I mean, he can sell his stone, which he might be actually tempted to do. I know he wants to make another castle. I can feel it in the pit of my bones. He wants to make another castle, but Hera, we need the gold. But he's now at 18 on gold, so he's fine. He's fine. Plus, he can take this gold relatively easily. Maybe we'll make a defensive castle over here and go on out. All right, arbalests are diving underneath the town center. It's suspicious. It's suspicious. You guys might be looking at these farms and being like, wow, they're pretty ugly farms. They're actually not that bad. Khmer don't need to drop off their food into a TC or a mill. So they've got some of the best farms in the game. Meanwhile, Hera here, while we're admiring the farms, is doing some nice work against MBL's army. The numbers here are slowly going in the wrong direction for MBL and in a really, really good one for Hera. He's also picking up his upgrades now. Gonna go into the Horsey Boy switch as he picks up his +1 defense for the Horsey Boys, and he's picking up chemistry as well. A Trebuchet is gonna help assist in the removal, if you will, of the siege workshop as the capped rams from MBL, 2 of them, are just sitting targets. What are they going to pressure? They can't really pressure much, unfortunately, because they go in here. Well, I mean, maybe they can try to clean out a Treb, but I don't think it's going to be too successful for them. All right, Hera in the bottom here with his skirmishers, making a castle, getting this gold. He's going to be fine. I like how he finds the hills to castle. Very, very nice. MBL going to make a castle here as well. And Hera going to make another one on a higher. Oh, that's also MB's hill. Okay, my mistake. So MBL wants to castle both of these. And I think that's actually really nice because double Treb production can do a lot of really good work against this castle. Especially because this hill is what looks like to be higher, folks. I don't like making absolute statements with hills on AoE, okay? Because it could be that this one is actually lower than this one and it's all just an illusion. You guys know how many holes? You know how many games I've lost because I didn't think there was a hole due to some elevation, but there was a hole? Many. I've lost count. My elo would have been 4K by now. Oh, probably not. But anyway, we've got this castle. It's going to go up. This castle is already up. Trebuchet production activation. Trebi production probably soon when we have the 200 gold we have for it. So MBL switching into his cavalry archers, folks. I don't know if that's the best play per se, but when there's so many skirmishers on the field. But Hera seems to be thinking, you know what, let me just research Cavalier real quick. And he's already starting to mass his knights. He's got 5 stables over here. He's going to be massing the knights. His economy is perfect. He's got 127 villagers. All right, he's got 42 on food. He's using his resources so well. He's got 37 on gold plus 4 relics. This man is fine. And he's a very good player at the game, so, you know. Okay, moving on. We have a Mangonel that's just chilling here for no reason. Probably a little bit more defensive, I suppose, in case the Mangonels come forward towards Hera's base, you know? And MBL just chilling. Well, is he chilling? Nah, he's full pressure. He's got his Trebi 1, Trebi 2, Trebi 3, Trebi 4. That are going to do some really nice work against this castle. And it doesn't look like Hera wants to engage right now. I feel like Hera's just being super patient and massing his cavalier. This man's got 19 of them. 19. MBL getting a little scared, picking up his pikeman upgrade, adding more Raxes to get as many pikes as possible. Hera is devastatingly housed now as his castle falls. Well, devastating. He needs 3 houses. All right, each house is 5 population space. So he's gonna build some houses here, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, he's got it. He's got it here. He's fine. All right, making another castle here for Hera on another hill, and then he can farm around it as well with Kamura. Why not? Okay, Trebs are a little what's the word I'm looking for? You know, expose. And I think these cavaliers are going to come and snipe them. Hera's already got all of his defense upgrades for his horses. And especially when you're against Pierce armor, or Pierce ranged units, the defense is what's important, is what you need. So MBL playing as Vikings does not get access to Halberdier. I'm not sure if you researched the unique tech in his castle. What's it called? Chieftains, that gives them +4 attack. +4, +5. Don't quote me on that. I know it's good. So, we're underneath the castle here, doing some work as this trebuchet just tanking it. Now, without castle fire, these skirmishers fear no arbalest. Okay, they're just going in for the kill. Look at this mass. It's a nice mass here for MBL. He's got 35 military and it's dropping. Hera now buying more food because he wants to keep pumping that cavalier out. He's got 16 in the queue. This man's insane. But the cavalier are going to try to snipe as many of these villagers up as they can. And MBL frantic to keep repairing, but can't repair this trebuchet. He knows the jig is up. He knows here there was a raid here from the cavalier into MBL's base. Pikeman can't chase it down, and the GG's called. Hera gonna take the first win of the set. We're gonna move on to game number 2, MBL's home map. Let's just take a quick look at the statistics. You guys are welcome to pause and admire at your leisure. Let's hop into game number 2. Here we have Enclosed. This is MBL's home map. He's playing in the yellow again as the Huns, one of my favorite civs. I say this all the time, but I really like these civ choices. They don't have to build houses, so MBL can't be housed this game. Isn't that amazing? Yes, he's opening up with a archery range, and he's going to keep some on his gold, so probably going to go for archers. Mr. Hera on the other end of the map is playing as Tatars. They've got a pretty nice thing going here with their sheep or their herdables. Last longer for them. Once they start building TCs in Castle Age, they spawn with 2 more sheep. Really, really good work for them. Plus, obviously, they get that really lovely bonus when they're fighting on top of the hill, an additional 25% damage output. He's also opening up with a range. And he's got his 4 on a gold, so maybe we'll see some archers. Yes, we will. MBL also going for archer production as we have a scout from Hera here scoping out the place. Don't think he's going to get any villager picks here because, you know, we're in the buddy system. Trusting in the buddy system. We got two people everywhere. I like it a lot. So, villager-wise, 32-32. Military-wise, MB looking real nice with a military of 4, which is double Hera's 4 and 2. That's how math works, folks. We're learning mathematics. Okay, second range was built for MBL, and he is producing. Now, Huns are one of those really cool civs because they're very, very cavalry archer friendly and also pretty knight friendly, like scouts into knight friendly. They get discounts on their cavalry archers in castle. I believe it's like 10% discount, 20% in imp, something like that. And their stables work 20% faster. So you can get your scouts, your knights faster, all of it really, really nice stuff. But it looks like he's sticking to the archers and adding some spear for support. It looks like he's rolling out. He's gonna send his little army, and he's gonna say Autobots roll out. So we're rolling, folks. Roly-polies here. Spear might find a kill here with this scout, but I love that Hera is tracking this army. He's keeping his eyes on the prize, and he's just gonna follow them around, make sure that, you know, he knows what they're up to. So he's got his own little army here, 5 archers. Fletching is in. Defense armor is coming in for Hera as well. MBL only sitting on fletching, no defense just yet. Looks like we saw this army from MBL and he thought, all right, we're not ready there just yet. So he's going to retreat, wait for 1 or 2 reinforcements to come. Scout will be a lovely addition to the cause. Maybe try to, you know, soak some arrow fire or we dodge some arrows with these guys. Looks like MBL is going to clean this army up and he can go for the offensive. Problem is, though, Hera is defending, so he's got defender's advantage. His production buildings are at home, surrounding his gold, so he can just make archers, skirmishers, perfect plan, and he can defend quite nicely. Whereas MBL now has to trickle his units, you know, 2 here, 2 here, and it's all so far away. And so by the time, you know, they get there, this army, this big army from Hera is going to clean everything up, which, let me tell you, folks, not ideal. Mr. Hera is going to idle some villagers here as he's clicking up to castle. And MBL a little behind. He needs some more food. He needs some more gold, but just a little bit. He's got 10 archers. Hera's sitting on 2 skirmishers and slowly making some archers himself. Picking up his gold upgrade as well. Why not? MBL still has a nice army, but I don't know if he wants to use it. He picked up his defense upgrade, so that is something. His castle time is going to be really delayed. And Hera, I'm trying to think if he's going to go into cavalry archers. With cavalry archers, you know, they get Thumb Ring for free. I think they also get Parthian Tactics for free. If I'm saying anything wrong, let me know in the comments, okay? I read all the comments, folks. I try to reply to all of them. Let me know. Educate me. It's a learning experience. I'm pretty sure Parthian Tactics is also in for the Tatar player. But MBL, with the help of the market... No, he made a defensive tower on his gold. Okay, this man didn't use the market. Well played for him. Making a tower on his gold, that is probably going to be very important. And I think Hera's probably thinking, good idea, MB. I should have done that a while ago. So he is going to make his tower now. And that is really going to help clean this mess up. Hera's going to be in castle in 25 seconds. And making another archery range. So you think he's going for a 1TC3 range play? Folks, this is Hera we're talking about it. I don't think so. I don't think so. He's going to find a way to boom. This man finds a way. As I move away from the action here as the 2 scouts die. And the archers are all on their way out as well. Folks, crossbow, Botkin, wood upgradey coming in hot for Mr. Hera. Wouldn't be too shocked to see him go on the stone. Check him out. He wants to boom it out, and I think that's an excellent idea. So we have some skirmishers, we have some archers here that will get cleaned up because, like I said, defender's advantage, folks. Hera awfully close to home, can just reinforce from his triple ranges here, and making a university to pick up that fast ballistics as well. And these crossbows and these skirmishers are going to roll out. These two skirmishers go home. All right, you little cretins, don't do it. All right, well, you know, he turned around, so I think he realized it was time to go home. Okay, that was a lot of looking at that. What are we looking at the economy? Well, MBL doesn't have any other town center. He just got into castle. He is gonna go get Botkin, and he's going to pick up bloodlines, which means cavalry archers are in. Wow, look at them. They are beautiful, gorgeous even. And I think Hera, is he going to make the switch into cavalry archers? Something with Tatars, it's a pretty safe bet. They're really good. Cavalry archers now are really good. People love them. People really, really do. So, University Ballistics coming in for Mr. Hera. He's got 17 to 6 military. Villager-wise, MBL in the lead a little bit. Why? We've had a little bit of idle time for Hera. And I don't know. 1 TC for both players. If you guys want to let me know why there's a 3 villager difference. Oh, maybe Hera got town watch. That might be a thing. Yeah. Okay. I answered my own questions. So both are coming in for Mr. MBL. Hera already got that a while ago. And we've got Mother Nature attacking. Ah, there you are. There's the decomposing body. So again, Mother Nature on MBL side. We've got some collusion, if you will, but we'll investigate that later. We'll have to check the reports. MBL here Hera making another town center on a little wood line. I don't know why here. Unless he wants to just take control of this area more and keep it more protected. Maybe that's the play. I just feel this wood line is a little healthier, but that's an aside. MBL also taking cue from Hera and saying, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to start my boom as well. So he's making a town center only with 2 villagers, but he can get away with it between a little bit of wood and a little bit of gold. He's also got 12 cavalry archers here on the field. They're not going to find much damage. I'm assuming you were trying to track this army and find it. And MBL will do just that. Let me tell you, folks, 5 crossbows versus 12 cavalry archers. I don't think we need to check the numbers. I don't think we need to run those numbers to find out who's going to be the victor here. All right, guys, MBL, or Hera rather, sending his own cavalry archers forward with the free thumb ring. MBL picking up his horse collar and ballistics just now. Ballistics is going to be in 45 seconds. Hera's already got his, so he can flex as much as he wants. He's got that accuracy. He's got the micro. He can do whatever he wants, folks. These boys are going to go right underneath the tower. Are they just going to hang out right underneath it? Yes. Yes, they will. That's going to be a couple deaths here for sure. 1 villager down. That's the first economic death, and she will be the second. Oh, the micro. She dies anyway, but still. She was alive for 2 more seconds, and folks, that's something. Okay, town center here for MBL is peace, feeling fine and dandy. We've got 2 TCs for Hera. He's got enough for a third. And he plops one down right next to it. Really going, into the corner a little bit further, trying to get this really nice control on the map. So these cavalry archers are just going to chill. And we've got these guys not chilling. All right, are we doing a switch again into the skirmishers? He's only got 1 on the field, but Hera is not going to see this. No, he's not going to see that siege workshop when it does go up, but at least he's now been informed that there is an army in this corner, and he's sending his crossbows forward. So MBL is going to be pretty happy with this little number over here. Can really do a lot of pressure, but Hera, as he adds a 3rd TC, is going to be really, really ahead in economy, and we've got this big fight happening here. It looks like Hera has way more numbers, way more HP, and MBL is right to not take this fight. It's a death sentence for for these boys, and he doesn't want to die. So we have these guys also being chased away by these 8 crossbows, but this siege workshop is going to be going up. However, that means there's no siege workshop at home for MBL. He doesn't have the wood yet to make another one. He's going to try to add more ranges, but he doesn't really have a lot of defense against this army, I suppose you could say. But Ellie, he's got his own cavalry archers, and that's true. But I feel like Hera just has more numbers. Botkin is in. Hera has less defense upgrades. Mr. MBL's got +2 in his bank, and Hera's gonna be happy here to go underneath the tower for a little bit to try to get some kills. And we've got 2 tower defense here, so Hera's gonna lose a little bit of HP, lose 1 or 2 cavalry archers, but at the end of the day, he's still up a bunch of military. Back here at the home base, we finally got some mangonels being produced for MB, and we're gonna need to do some you know, pressurizing. We're gonna need to do some pressurizing and stop Hera. We're gonna need to nip Hera's boom in the bud. It's getting too strong, out of control here. MBL gonna be adding some skirmishers, and yeah, picking up that elite upgrade. Does he have any skirmishers to upgrade? He's got a couple. They're gonna be his defensive boys. Hera is picking up Town Watch just now. So my theory about him getting Town Watch earlier was not founded, but okay, not the point. The point is we have here a town center, another one coming up for Hera, but MBL is going to find it just in the nick of time, and I feel like we can just clean all this up. Yeah, that is a lot of villagers dead. So villager count 6 and 6. It looks like we've got a counter raid happening over here, but there's at the stone, but MBL is going to chase this army away with his own skirmishers and kind of try to maybe reunite over here with this mangonel. But Hera's got a really strong army here. He's got, you know, 31 cavalry archers, 27 of them are here. Obviously, fighting against a mangonel is never ideal, but there's no repair villager nearby. I think she was sniped and killed in the crossfire here, which means, well, we can't repair her. Him? Her? What's the gender of the mangonel? Does it matter? Probably not. We have another town center over here being built on some stone. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th one. The boom from Hera is real. 88 villagers. MBL needs to do some serious damage, and he needs to do some serious damage right now. He's going to be spamming skirmishers out of all of his ranges. The problem is if he's making cavalry archers and skirmishers, they need the same production building, so it's not as easy to mass as it would be to be massing like cavalry archers and light cav, for example. In any case, we've got some manga doozies. All right, they're gonna maybe get some good engagements against the skirmishers. Skirm versus skirms are gonna be happening here. Big fight here. I feel like most of the militaries for both players are here, and Hera's just got the numbers. MBL gonna be trickling his units in as much as he can. How many ranges does he have? 6, and Hera has 4. So in theory, and it's just the, you know, a game theory, Mr. MBL should be able to outproduce Hera with his production buildings, but in practice, seems like Hera's doing a little bit of a better job, as MBL losing a lot of his army. And Hera is making really good progress to get into the Imperial Age. He's got 28 on food. He's not really making any food. She says that she's got a whole bunch of skirmishers queued up. Never mind, I was going to say he's not really making food-intensive units. He's making skirms. Are they food-intensive? No, but certainly not. But they do cost some food. That is something. So we have 2 mangonels here for MBL, and we are rocking, we are rolling. These cavalry archers should be going down to this mass, but a whole bunch of these aren't even involved in the action. What are these guys doing? They're like on no stand ground, but they finally get involved. And the mangonels are going to take some excellent shots, as these guys are so tightly packed. Jeez Louise, folks, but that was a beautiful engagement here on these skirmishers, and that really helped MBL out here, as he now has a much closer numbers in military and can finally use this as a, you know, the snowball that he needs to get the one up on Hera. Because MBL's economy, I mean, it's fine, don't get me wrong, it's fine, But Hera with, you know, a little bit more, just a little bit more villagers. And if you got the villagers, you're paying the bills, folks. Hera's got 7 idols, but he can afford them. He's making a castle. If you look at the villager efficiency in the last minute in the bottom right-hand corner, MBL sitting at 65% efficiency, Hera with 73. So he's doing a better job of keeping his villagers working, not walking so far, not idling, not picking their nose, you know? He's doing a good job refreshing the lumber camps. We could probably refresh a lumber camp here, but we're just, you know, nitpicking at this stage in the game. To be fair, though, Hera could probably refresh this one as well. But when you've got so much, when you've got 2k wood, are you really thinking about refreshing lumber camps? Maybe the eco balance there could be a little bit better. Put some more on gold, but you know, minor things, minor things. She said she's 1200 elo and she's like, oh, Hera, Hera. Well, okay. Anyway, not the point. The point is Ellie's a scrub. She's a noob. She's a pleb. Hera is, you know, one of the best players in the world. So clearly he knows something Ellie doesn't, but he's going to make a castle to defend this gold. And we are cleaning up all of these cavalry archers from MBL that wanted to come around and do some raiding. These two are still going to be alive and might get some picks off here at the gold villagers, but something tells me this army, quite threatening, might come forward and kill them. Lots of fights happening in the center as the pressure from MBL continues. Hera is imping, folks. MBL pretty far away from imp, but Hera is in imp from this town center. So in theory, we do apply some pressure to this town hall while Hera is imping. We've got, you know, 40 seconds to do it. It could happen as the seconds move on. It's looking less and less likely as we have mangonels attacking this massive cavalry archers. MBL now has the military lead. He's got 103 villagers. Okay, Hera's got 33 more, but that's not the point. The point is both are over 100 villagios, and MBL now has the substantial, she says, military advantage. We got 38 to 26, and that is the biggest ratio difference I think we've seen yet. So check it out. Well, no, I think it's at the beginning we had 4 and 2, but not the point, not the point. We have now pressure for this town center. A shame, because if this all happened, you know, 2 minutes ago, it would have been a different story. But we have villagers coming right underneath the TC to die to the mangonel. Okay, you do what you like, Hera. You do what you like. But we still have really good numbers for Hera. And he's going to pick up, he must be picking the heavy cavalry archer up. He's going to sell his stone to the gold. I feel like he can afford it. He's got 900 food, 900 wood. He sells a little bit more, uses the market. He'll be able to get heavy cavalry archer. It's a real expensive upgrade, but it's going to make these boys really, really tanky. And he's already picking up chemistry. He already has bracer, so he definitely has the more valuable army. Well, she says now as he takes the lead. So up until this point, MBL had a little bit of a better army, and Hera with a really, really nice villager lead, and his military numbers are increasing, especially with chemistry, plus the final defense upgrade, which Huns do not have access to, let it be knoweth, is going to be a really, really big help. MBL making another town center on some gold, and Hera following suit by making a town center between his gold and stone. Going to be in a really, really nice position. He's got some stress over here, but folks, look at the resource bank. You know, 28 on gold, 61 farms, picking up heavy cavalry archer just now. MBL nowhere near clicking Imperial. This man is poor. He's got 0 gold. He's got 400 food. Folks, you need 1,000 food to click up, 800 gold to click up to Imperial Age. He's got his buildings, which is something. But the military numbers are also there for MBL. All right. I'm being a little bit too pessimistic here. He's got the military numbers. Economy-wise, this looks like a very big boom for Hera. 154, but Hera can do what Hera wants here. He's coming forward with his cavalry archers. Full defense here. We're picking up herbal medicine, folks. That means we can garrison in castles and town halls and get healed a little bit faster. And we have conscription getting researched for Hera as well. Hera's going to lose this big ball of army here because the skirms counter naturally the cavalry archers. But he's still got some good numbers, all right? 10. Healing up in a castle. That's good, right? Well, MBL making a switch into the sorry, Hera making a switch into the Horsey Boys. He's picking up his second defense upgrade, picking up his light cavalry right now upgrade. So he's going to go full light cav here to take out the skirmishers, and that is a really, really nice play. So I would have loved to see maybe a castle in this corner here, because lots of raids have been coming in this way for Hera, and Hera's been holding really, really well, but this town center has taken a pounding. It's been taking a beating. Looks like Hera wants to make, Hera does want to make another castle, but these skirmishers are going to say, and then we have this big engagement. Well, big is the relative term. This engagement here. Heavy cavalry archers are going to be performing quite nicely. Again, they're Tatar, so they do 25% more damage on this little hill. But ultimately, they're not going to trade too effectively against skirmishers. Back at the home front for Hera, he's doing some really good work with the light cav with +2 defense. It's going to be Hussar in just 10 seconds. And then we're really going to have a nice time cleaning this up. MBL going to be an imp in a minute, so he needs to wait a little bit longer. He's got a rolling economy, folks. Both have really nice economies. We've got 153 villagers for Hera and 140 almost for MBL. He's got more in the queue. MBL still doing a really great cleanup crew work, cleaning up the armies. He's got some battering rams. You can't get cap ram in until Imperial Age, and Hera's going to just be adding a castle. I'm surprised we're not seeing any unique units here. Just sticking with the Hussar and the Cavalry Archer combination, which is really, really strong. Hera's got 63 farms right now, so he can basically spam Hussar endlessly. He's picking up his iron forging for it, or iron casting rather. So he's going to have the second attack upgrade, and this is just basically needs to be a meat shield. They will tank the fire of the skirmishers because skirmishers attack the closest units, and MBL will have to micro manually to be attacking the cavalry archers. So really, really nice to have the Hussars kind of taking the heat from the skirms, getting rid of them, and then you kind of conserve your gold unit and just keep that mass alive. Hera is pop locked, by the way, and he is going to be taking his heavy cavalry archers for a spin, denying some gold income here for MBL. Going to start some raids as well. There is a castle here that's kind of defensive, but it is going to be pressured by this castle. And again, this Treb looks like it's on a hill. Going to do 25% more damage to this one. And Hera's going to make another castle, which will not only deny this wood line as he's raiding. Oh, no. Oh, no. MBL didn't notice. Oh, Lord, have mercy on his soul. He didn't notice. He just noticed now. But look at the bodies on the floor. That's so many villagers dead. Ay, 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 ay. And he calls the GG after he realized the devastation. Oh my goodness, 131 skirms was nice, but the 88 cavalry archers was nicer. Raids coming in hot from all over for Hera's side, and he knew the jig was up. Let's take a quick look at the statistics and move on to game number 3. Wow. This is MBL's second home map, Wade. If he loses, then Hera will advance to the semifinals and MBL will be eliminated. So there's definitely a lot of pressure on MBL's shoulders right now to get the win. He's playing in the yellow as the Britons, a really, really nice archer civilization, but he's saying no to the archery range and saying yes to the scouts. He's leaving some on gold, so I foresee we're going to definitely see some archers, but you know, against Britons, think you don't have to be a fortune teller to see that in the cards. Mr. Hera grabbing an elephant here, and that's going to really help boost his economy. On this map, Wade, you have something that looks a little like this. You have lots of gold in the center, and in the river area, there's some hunt that you can take, some shorefish if you want, although docks aren't really too much of a thing on this map. But you also get a mill surrounding some deer and some berries. So Franks, you know, might be really nice to get some extra jiggery pokery there. Okay, scout here from Hera going dangerously close underneath the town center. Gets a couple of hits there, but the scout's still alive and can still successfully do the work it needs to be doing. Scouting information here from Hera. Well, it's working. It's working. From MBL. He's working it. He's working that scout. Coming forward with a skirmisher. Is he going to lure a elephant with a skirmisher? Not sure. In any case, we worry about this later. We have 5 military units on the field for MBL. Hera's sitting at 4. There's lots of scouts on the field, and MBL's not using them just yet, but he looks like he wants to mass his army a little bit. Go get an archer, go get a skirm, get 3 scouts, and then roll out all together. So we've got a scout here for Hera, but a beautiful pick off with this spear from MBL. And that's really nice. That's really, really nice. Hera's playing as Bulgarians, so one of their bonuses is their blacksmith upgrades do cost only half of the food cost. So this is why Hera's going a little crazy. He's like, fletching, check. Defense upgrade for scouts, check. Forging, check. Get me one of each, please, and thank you. MBL, meanwhile, being a little bit more, you know, stingy with his upgrade purse strings, only picking up fletching. So he's got, ooh, he's in here. We saw there was an attempt to gate this off, but it wasn't in time. We're going to make a lovely trap, but the scouts go around. However, we do have these archers and skirmisher combination. Going to get the first villager kill, possibly also a second. Are we going to kill her? Are we going to kill her? Are we going to kill her? Commit to the death. No. No. Okay, but Hera is down 1 villager, also causing some idle time here as he had to be garrisoned and whatnot. And, oh, another villager here goes down for Hera. MBL in a really, really good spot. He's going to clean out this army with his archers here. My goodness, more archers are flying off of the shelves here as they fall onto the floor. And idle time for Hera is looking disgusting. 5 villagers are idle, not doing anything. They're picking their noses, folks, picking their noses. MBL, Hera, massing his scouts and his archers. He had to send them back. He wanted to go for a counterattack, but then realizes there's a lot of pressure here for him to deal with. So all of that time they were walking here, then walking back. Scouts aren't mobile for whatever reason. There they go. And oh my goodness, this is looking really, really good for MBL, who is now going to have a very, very nice advantage, although he did idle his town center. So okay, the 2 villagers he killed, he basically lost in idle time, but it was really impressive. All right, it was a really impressive attack, but Hera managing to recover smoothly. Check it out, he's got 42 villagers, same thing with MBL, and now Hera's got the better army. Okay, so Ellie, calm down. Okay, calm down. We don't need to hype anything up that you know, doesn't need, well, we should hype the reverse, that Hera defended that so well, so nicely. Hera could be refreshing this lumber camp, I'm going to be honest with you, but instead he's going to make some houses and house this off. Add some palisades here as well. Still open at this front, just going to throw that out there. And now MBL has to defend. He's going to be making a defense of a gate and a house, so these scouts can't get in, and we're going to house wall this off as well. Problem is, and I hate this, I'll tell you what it is, if you want a house wall behind here, you can't. You're gonna have to delete the farms, which is so annoying because, you know, they're expensive. Farms are expensive. They're like 60 food. That's expensive. Anyway, we've got nice massive archers here for MBL, and he's very close to clicking up into the castle age. He's only made, he didn't invest as many into as many scouts as Hera did. Hera's got 7 scouts on the field, so MBL going to be in castle a little bit faster. Hera just clicking up now with the help of the market, and these boys aren't going to be able to find too much damage. We've got another archer range coming down for MBL, and well, he's got to feel pretty good about himself. He's got 2 gates, 1 on either side. His economy looking fine. MB is down 1 villager just because of this extra idle time he's had on his town center. And Hera's going to pick up horse collar. MBL, no horse collar just yet. It is expensive upgrade, you know, 75 wood, 75 food. So he doesn't want to get it just yet. Maybe soon, but not yet, not yet. Okay. Hera, on the other hand, he picked it up. He's going to be in castle in a minute and a half. As Bulgarians, what is the play? Is it elite skirm? Folks, Hera in his hour of need chooses to go for the skirmishers. Is there anything skirmishers can't do, folks, in numbers? Okay, that's key. That's key. So, MBL, we're going to in castle. What did I just say there? MBL going to be in castle in 45 seconds. 10 seconds later for Hera, but both pretty comparable. Let's see the boom situation. Hera selling his, using the market. I think he made a tower. Where's his tower? Here's his tower. So it won't be able to boom right away. He'll have to do the same thing he did last game, which is either collect the stone himself manually or buy it. He won't be able to boom right away, but he does have a lot of wood. So maybe market is going to be a nice play. MBL opting to go straight for the ballistics, crossbow, and the university upgrade. I like it. So we're going to stay on 1 TC for MBL, at least for the start. Hera picking up his botkin upgrade, getting elite skirm. That is 230 wood, which makes it a little bit more difficult to start booming right away, but that's okay. We have faith. Hera's been a boomer boy this whole tournament, and there he goes, folks. There he goes. There he goes. Sorry, no one's here for my singing. I should probably stop. We have an archer that is still alive. Really nice for some intel. And we got ballistics coming in for MBL. He's got 24 crossbowmen. Folks, 24 of them. Where are they? Ah, here they are. Here they are. They're rolling out. Well, that's only half the army. Where's the other half of the army? Just zoom out, get a good view, an aerial view. Ah, so, okay. Looks like they don't want to dick around with this army, folks. I don't know. Something tells me the 9 skirmishers probably going to be a little bit better than the crossbows, especially because Hera has his armor upgrades in. He's got his botkin upgrade in as well. MBL's going to try to do some fancy numbers, some fancy splits. Going to get rid of the scout here. That's 10 skirmishers. That's going to be enough to clean out those numbers. But fear not, MBL doing some really nice work and forcing Hera off of this wood line. He's going to relocate over here. Oh, there was a hole here, eh? Okay, these 3 crossbows are as good as dead. And these crossbows, well, they are dead. So we're going to move on to MBL's base here as he adds a 2nd town center on some gold and a 3rd one on his stone and wood. Wood there obviously as well. I like it, but check out Hera. He's adding a 3rd town center of his own on some wood over here. Gonna use this as a nice little defense, not just for this wood line here, but also for these berries. So army from Hera looking all right. He's got 13 of them. Like I said, playing as Bulgarians, he does have the option to make a crepe post, which is like a mini castle for 350 stone. They don't have the same HP as a castle, but they do count as a requirement to click up to Imperial. So if you just build a creepy post, you can go up to Imperial H. Okay, knights from MBL are in. Again, he's picking a civ that does not have access to bloodlines, but a knight is going to be perfectly fine to take out the skirmishers. We don't have that. We don't have this crazy number of skirmishers required to be, you know, killing the knights. Might, you know, 1 or 2. We might kill 1, but 2, a little suspect. In any case, MBL with a really strong combination now. If he's going to invest more into knights, crossbow knight, this double gold army is meta for a reason. These boys snipe mangoes, snipe skirms, and the crossbows pretty much take care of everything else. So it's a beautiful combination. You want to pressure a wall? Well, knights attack the wall. Arbalest attack or crosses attack anything behind the wall. So a really strong combination. Hera with a few idols, MBL with a few idols, but villager count looking pretty tight. Both having not too much of idle time on their town centers. MBL adding a 4th town center just north of his previous one, and Hera gonna follow suit, just adding it a little south. So they're playing a little mirrored version. I didn't know this was StarCraft, folks. But okay, knights are going to, well, see, like I said, in numbers. All right, it definitely has nothing to do with these cavalry archers. It's all the skirmishers that are doing the work here, tanking it. These 3 crossbows are going to go and survive, but it's only a matter of time before Hera finds them and eliminates them from the picture. And back over here, we still have these 4 scouts that Hera is doing a really great job of keeping alive, but they're not going to be able to find too much damage as MBL is further walling. He's adding a layer. He's like an onion, you know? We got 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layers of walls. Well, I mean, there's holes in this one, but we're going to pretend it is nicely layered up. And we have TC, and 1 in the center. This man is insane. This man is insane, but I love it. I'm here for it. Monk-wise, Hera's got 2. No relics, though. He is adding a 5th town center of his own. Some engagements happening here. Skirmishers loop-de-doopting around town. Knights are going to try to find them. And when they find them, they're going to try to kill them. But we got +2 defense coming in for Hera. MBL sitting on +1 that he just got. And Bloodlines not in for Hera just yet. But looks like Mr. Hera is sticking with his skirmishers. He's got a couple of cavalry archers. Bulgarians don't get crossbow, but hey, they're cavalry archer. Pretty nice, solid choice for them. But he doesn't want to commit to them too much, I don't think. He didn't pick up Botkin. If you don't have Botkin, you know, are you really committing to a ranged unit? Probably not. But he's picking up Bloodlines, which means I think we want to go for some knights of our own. Unless we really want to commit to the cavalry archers. But again, somehow, I feel like it's not the play here. Stable-wise, he's got how many? 2? Okay, and knights behind. So he does want to make some knights for sure. But now monks are out on the field, and they're going to try to get some conversions for MBL's knights. And MBL is like, I don't want to do it. But we are going to get some engagement. That's a lot of monks. That's a lot of them. And they're all going to heal each other too. Oh, that's annoying. Monks are one of the most annoying little units in the game, but they're so good. Especially when you got Hera's micro, then you can basically do whatever you want with monks. And, okay, we got more stables coming down for MBL. Perhaps he wants to add some more scouts. Perhaps he wants to add some more knights. I'm not quite sure, but to go for 2 of them, he means business. MBL is looking pretty nice in terms of progress to click up to the Imperial Age. He's sitting at 105 villagers, Hera with 96. Military looking pretty nice for both. Value-wise, army, pretty much the same. 2k3, 2k3 for Hera as well. We've got a little bit of a scuffle here as the skirmishers will go down to this ball of crossbows. But Hera's got, or sorry, MBL's got 28 here, 23 in this little mass. And the skirms from Hera just can't. They can't tank it. They can't tank the knights. They can't tank all of those crosses just yet. We need the numbers. All right. MBL going up to Imp. Hera using the market. Needs to get some more gold. What does he want to do with it? Probably produce some knights. Yeah, so he's got more knights in the queue. And MBL going to be in a really solid position here as he's able to have control of the center. Hera, does he want to take this control of the center? I don't think so. So he's going to be dropping here a crepe post. He could have been dropping a castle here, but he's opting to go for the crepe post. Fair play, fair play. Maybe he's going to want to drop another castle or crepe post on the other side just to sandwich this area and say, this is mine. It doesn't look like Mr. MBL wants to deny this right now because we've got 4 monks. We don't want to lose our knights here. And both are just going to be massing here. MBL trying to be patient. He knows he's going to be an Imperial Age in 1 minute and 20 seconds. Hera going to try to use the market severely. Don't look, folks. Don't look. And he's going to have the resources he needs to go up to Imp. Yeah, and this is the building that he needed to go. And off he goes. Off he goes. Sorry, that song's been stuck in my head. Anyway, we have a castle coming down for MBL. Or is it coming up? As my camera freezes in my beautiful singing voice. So we're going to have a castle that does go up for MBL. And the Imperial Age is going to get got for MBL in just 16 seconds. Will it be an Imperial into the GG? Quite possibly, but we do have some nice raids from MBL here, or Hera in the bottom, but we have Imperial Age. With Imperial Age will come trebuchets. We're just waiting for a little bit of wood on that front. And Hera with a nice mass of... Ooh, okay. GG into the Imp into the GG. She says, look at Hera's economy. He's got 114 villagers, 45 military. This game is far from over, but I feel like we're just one bad fight away from a GG. Whoever loses a big fight here is gonna be out of the picture. We've got pikeman upgrade coming in for MBL. He's also picking up chemistry. Arbalest is not yet in for MBL, but once it does, the Britons with their extra range, scary stuff. I think it would be wise to take the engagement sooner rather than later before Hera gets Cavalier and whatnot. Because he's got quite a mass of knights. 16 knights. You upgrade those into Cavalier. with skirmishers from behind, I mean, that's certainly scary. All right, town center looks like it might go down. No one is repairing it, but we are now pressuring the crepe post with a trebuchet along with the castle. Will it? No, it falls. It falls. I don't believe that it will stand. Oh, come on. Oh, I think they're going to fall at the same time. Yeah. Well, that's how the cookie crumbled there, literally. Hera is now in the Imperial Age, and he's going to pick up his Hussar upgrade. He's got 10 scouts or light cav, 10 more in the chamber. I think this man needs more stables. I think he needs a little bit more stables, but he's lacking the wood because he's been using it so effectively, folks. So effectively. We've got lots of these boys coming around, not picking up the Cavalier upgrade just yet. MBL is population locked, and Hera not too far behind, but still not pop locked, so it could be better, but it also could be worse. These knights are struggling here as the game a little bit glitchy. There's a lot of action on the field. Gonna try to find some kills here. Pikes for MBL will be here at the perfect time. They are now halberdier pikes, she says. They're halbs. They are halbs. They are going to wreck everything here. But these knights are going to be in unprotected territory. They're going to do some significant damage there. But check out the counterattack from MBL. And he's going to have Treb support when he, moves the trebs forward. He's got 1 treb out, 3 more in the chamber. He's got gold, 38 on gold, folks. 38 on gold. Hera's sitting only with 11. The Arbalest with the extra range, with chemistry, with ballistics, are going to be so accurate. They're going to be able to snipe whatever they want, And now we have these knights that are still doing so much damage in MBL's economy. Remember, folks, if Hera wins this, he advances to the semis, and MBL is knocked out of the competition. So MBL has to pull something out of his hat here to make sure he can clean these Hussars and do a really, really strong counterattack. It looks like he's just massing his trebuchets, and it's going to roll out in a unit. G-unit going forward. Is that what he's going to call his 4 trebuchets? The G-unit? I don't know. Ooh, Werewolf Treb getting got for MBL, which makes his Trebs 100% accurate. They'll be able to win any Treb war, and that's going to be super, super nice. But now we're going to really need to put our effort here to defend those Trebs. Halberdiers, though, are on the scene. Okay, villagers here are kind of locking themselves in here, but we're sending some Arbalest and Halberdier forward. They will hopefully try to, mitigate any damage that these Hussars want to do. Hera's castle will go up here, and it's going to defend this economy really, really nicely. And the trebuchets are going to, well, let's see. Will they stay alive? It looks like there's a lot of halberdiers, okay? Skirmishers do get a bonus against halberdiers as well, I've been told. But we're using Werewolf Treb to get rid of the skirmishers. And they're 100% accurate too. Look at that devastation. All right. We got to surround here. The pikemen are going to do their best. I don't think we're going to lose a single trebuchet. Maybe 1 treb will fall. No, the trebs are fine. Mr. MBL is going to clean this up. The trebs are just going to clean the floor with these skirmishers, and the halberdiers now are rolling out as Hera has 34 military. MBL doubles that. MBL here with also over 100 villagers. Hera with a little bit more, but this cleanup was huge. This trebuchet needs to get involved back in the action, and we're going to try another time to get some snipes here, but the halberdiers are on the field here. We also got repair villagers that are going to try really hard to repair all of the trebuchets, and we've done it. We've held them off a second time, and now production buildings are getting killed. Hera 1,300 gold in the bank, but unable to really produce out of his buildings because Hera or MBL is just knocking them all down. Okay, she says this. He's got like a gazillion in the queue, but still, I'm just gonna, try to hype it up. Now we're pressuring this castle over here. Looks like these Hussars aren't gonna find too much more damage, and MBL with 114 villagers pop locked is gonna feel really, really in a strong position as he's snowballing. Has to defend his trebs another time. We got Arbalest on the field. The halberdier from behind coming hopefully forward to tank. We've got the addition of, is this Cavalier? Yo, MB picking up Cavalier. He's got fully upgraded Cavalier for Brins. They missed Bloodlines, but still, folks, they are in a really, really good position here. MBL 87. units, military versus 46. Castles falling down left, right, and center. We got halberdiers raiding the... we got halberdiers raiding some economy here. We got halberdiers raiding here. Mr. Hera going to try to convert with some monks, but will he be able to sway the tide with one monk? My heart tells me no. We got more Trebbies that are pressuring the town center. Hera is still with 125 villagers. I hesitate to say he is fine. There's not a single red dot on this half of the map. All the pressure is located in this frame here. Stables coming down left, right, and center. Massive arbalest here. 35 one-shotting the hussars here. Halberdiers are assisting. Cavaliers getting rid of the skirms. Hera calling the GG. Boys. MBL advancing to the next one. Wow. This is game number 4 of the Red Bull Wololo 5 quarterfinals, MBL versus Hera. We've got Hera's first home map that we are seeing here. Wade looks a little something like this. You got these weird, ugly little wood lines. We got some action right off the bat here as MBL hunting Hera's scout down. You see in the center, we got a lovely little golden pit here with lots of gold nuggets. Up north, there's a pond with some fish. Maybe water will be a thing here. Maybe it won't. And we got some nice stone around it as well. Looks like MBL here, he's playing as the Franks, does get extra HP on his scout, but once Bloodline gets in for Hera, then he's going to have the better HP scout. I think right now he has 45 versus 54, yeah, for Mr. MBL. But Hera here playing as the Kumans, they recently got a buff, I suppose. Their stables and archery ranges cost 100 less wood. So we've got a stable, we've got an archery range, and that's a really, really nice bonus. And Hera making some scouts, making some spears, making an archer, coming forward. MBL playing as the Franks, opening with 2 ranges, going for archers. Okay, you don't see it often, but I've been seeing it more often. So Frank skirms, Frank archers. Hot, hot. Guys, it's on its way up here. Wood lines here are really, really icky, and MBL is going to need to defend here against these 3 scouts. He does have a spear to kind of hunt them down. I suppose he could garrison if he wanted to. He didn't. He didn't want to sacrifice the idle time, and he's going to stay on his gold, and he's going to stay on here as wood, add some farms. As the Frank player, he does get his wheelbarrow upgrade for free. All of his farming upgrades, actually. So heavy plow and castle, crop rotation to imp. It's really, really nice. Meanwhile, Hera does not have a wheelbarrow, and if he wants to be adding lots of farms to sustain his scout production, well, I mean, it's a little suspect because you're going to run out of food, and then it's a big tax on the wood economy. You know what I mean? Alrighty, so Hera is coming back home with his army, it seems, probably to take care of this little number here that MBL is slowly but surely sending his way. We got some scouts, we got some spears, we got villagers coming out here with their little fists. You know how they come here? Look at them. They look very menacing. I'm very afraid. But those pecs too, they can bench a lot. 3 plates minimum. All right, we've got archers versus archers, but scouts, with the addition of the scouts, looks like Hera should take this engagement. He's definitely got more military numbers, but MBL's going to do what he can to get as many scouts out of the picture as he can. There's also a lovely spear that's coming forward this way. That serves some defense over there. And Hera going to rally his 5 little archers around town, and we'll see what kind of engagements we can find. All right, guys, MBL adding a stable as Franks. Really, a stable? Wow. So maybe he's going to add some scouts of his own. He's got 13 on food. Hera, meanwhile, 21. Don't tell me this man's adding a second stable. This man's adding a second stable. Okay, a 3rd stable. All right, this man's insane. But you know what? They cost 100 less wood, Ellie. Calm down, calm down. He can afford it. You know, he's got 19 food. 19 on food. He'll be able to afford it. Is he going to get to castle? Producing out of 3 stables with bloodlines, with all of the defense and offense upgrades? Questionable. Questionable at best. Is that going to happen? The MBL is pretty close. MBL is really, really close to the castle age, and he's going to be clicking up as I say, in a heartbeat. And MBL, though, going to be suffering a lot of pressure from Hera. We've got archers looping around here, this gold kind of exposed. We've got scouts coming in from the other side here, kind of sandwiching him in, you know, constricting him. We don't like that. So MBL going to try his best here to defend. He does have a better army on this front, so he cleans that with relative ease. He did invest into his botkin, she says, fletching, and the defense upgrade for the archers. But Hera has, like I said, bloodlines and offense, defense upgrades. So these scouts aren't nothing to take lightly. They are strong, and the production from Hera is real. So he's going to be producing so many scouts. But like we mentioned, producing all these scouts is going to make it quite challenging for Hera to click up into the castle age. He's going to just try to do his best to add farms, to produce the scouts, to add villagers. MBL is causing here some idle time. He's got 10 villagers that were idle for a second. Ay. But he's got a little bit less villagers because MBL has been clicking up into the castle age. So obviously his town center has been producing villagers. These archers are going to get cleaned up. We're going to have to garrison in this town hall here. We're going to lose a bunch of villagers. A Frank player already down 2 villagers. We're going to be using villagers now to fight the scouts. It's never a good sign. Spear, though, did get some nice engagements. These archers going to find some easy picks here while these boys were resting. And Hera's sending more scouts. He's relentless with the raids. MBL still has wood. Not really. Wood's a problem. But he still has food. He's still got gold. He's pumping out 2 knights. And these 2 knights is what... No upgrades. No upgrades on those boys. But we're going to hope that that extra HP on the Franks is going to be enough to clean this up. These guys don't have a lot of HP. So I think we should be able to clean up a lot of them with relative ease. And now that the knights are in, scouts, you know, aren't the strongest unit. It looks like MBL is holding exceptionally well. And Hera still pumping those scouts out. And what's really nice for the scout player is they have the mobility. So it's not that hard for them to come together and get a nice little mass here. Unlike archers that walk so slowly and you trickle and trickle and trickle, the scouts are like, pow, you know? So in any case, we've got a really, really nice engagement here for MBL as his knights are going to be so much stronger than the scouts. No upgrades for them just yet, but still, knights are knights. And we're going to have a lovely, lovely defense assistance here from the archers and skirmishers. So Hera going to stop his trickle of scouts in the bud, maybe mass them a little bit in the middle of the map here, closer to home, and then roll them out together. But MBL coming forward with 5. He's got 5 knights. He's got some skirms. He's got some archers. No defense for the for these horsey boys, though. And that I find a little upsetting. But he's adding another town center on some gold. Also on a little bit of trees. The wood lines on this map aren't the best. They're actually pretty clumsy bumsy. Cumin player has the opportunity to have built a second town center. Okay, but with what wood? We're investing all of our wood into farms to keep the scout production. And I think right now Hera would not be able to... I don't think he can click up. If he clicks up, he's going to die. He can't justify clicking up with so much food costs, you know? That's a lot of scouts you could be producing, and Hera needs military. So that's his line of thinking here. He's just going to out-military produce MBL, and his scouts here are going to clean these knights beautifully. And now Mr. MBL probably not wanting to take that engagement. However, there is a knight that will go down with the assistance of villagers. But MBL wants to save this knight, possibly heal. I think Cumins do get 5% faster cavalry with each age, starting in, was it feudal now? So I think the scouts are super speedy, and we got a lot of knights though for MBL. MBL is pumping them out. He's gonna opt to get the forging upgrade, not the defense. Makes sense, I guess, when you're against cavalry. You want to go for the offense, and if you're going against archers, then possibly the defense upgrade a little bit better there for you. But MBL's going to pick up his +1 defense, or sorry, offense upgrade. And these knights are going to be not too afraid to take out the spears. We have a big fight here happening. Lots of HP for Hera. I think MBL needs a monk to clean these guys up. But I love the switch here into cavalry archers, or not the switch, but the addition of cavalry archers, because they are going to be super helpful at getting rid of any spear that is going to be super annoying, like this one, especially this one. All right, we got scouts on the field. We got knights on the field. We've got lots of action happening everywhere. Knights from the Frank player going to continue to trickle in. And these boys, girls, are just going to, you know, twiddle their thumbs. Folks, the cavalry archers are going to do some excellent work. There are no more spears here to be killed, at least in this fight. Still not raiding the economy. Economy-wise, Hera is keeping up quite nicely, despite MBL having 2 town centers. So MBL in a little bit of a rough position as Hera with more military, with a little less villagers. But it's only a matter of time as the upgrades for MBL start coming in and his army increases to pack its punch. We got Hera making some more houses as he continues to boom in the feudal age with 1 TC. Like we mentioned, a 2nd TC is possible for the Kuman player. Also, battering rams from a siege workshop are possible, but I don't know what's going to happen here because this army is cleaning everything from Hera up. Hera's going to continue here to trickle some scouts in, and MBL trickling his own knights, and now he's in the economy, and Hera says, you know what, GG, well played. We are 1 game away from a reverse sweep. Hera, I like the all-in play, but MBL with the early castle dominating, really, really well played. Let's check the stats real quick before we move on to the 5th and final game of the set, Hera's 2nd home map. Folks, take a breath. It's happening. We are in game number 5, the final of the series here. MBL in the yellow, playing as Berbers on Aftermath. Hera's a home map. Hera in the red, playing as Magyars. So Magyars do get cheaper scouts, plus forging and the iron casting blast furnace upgrades for free. The +1 attack on each age for the cavalry and infantry. There's also these 2 little trade workshops in the middle here, and whoever controls them gets a slow little trickle of gold here. You see MBL collecting this one, and you'll see how quickly the gold starts racking in. So 1, 2, 3, 1 a second, something like that. And Hera going to take control of this one beautifully. So Berbers, their villagers do walk 10% faster, and in Castle Age we're going to have a nice discount on cavalry units. So knights, camels, they're going to come at a discount. MBL though opting to open up with some archers, as he's been doing a lot these days, and he's just going for a super ultra defensive tower. He's got no reason to be making a tower here, but he's like, you know what, I want to make a tower here. So MB, you do you, you do you. Hera controlling this one really nicely with his with his spears. We want to send some archers forward to snipe those spears, and we're going to send some spears forward with our archers to protect them from scouts. Folks, this is diabolically beautiful. I love it. I love it. But that means if the spears are here, they're not here. But Hera sees this army move forward, and he's going to keep an eye on them. He knows the plan. He knows the plan. And we got 2 archers, 2 spears coming forward. Hera in trouble here. Well, trouble, she says. It's just a trade workshop. Calm down, Ellie. Should be able to clean this up nicely. Hera gonna have nice engagements on top of the hill. We have these spears that are now opting to attack the... Oh, is Hera gonna survive this? She says. She says, doubting Hera. Who is Ellie? What is she doing? All right, MBL in a beautiful wall here, walling in his wood villagers, making a market. Folks, does this man want to buy his way up to castle? I think he does. Look at that. Look at that res. He's gonna do it. He's going low military. All right, Hera again investing into scouts and bloodlines. So is his feudal time or castle time gonna be fast? No, absolutely not. Instead, he's making some houses here. This is how Aftermath looks like, by the way. You had this little square of walls, but then, you know, some of them are down. They burned down. Hera with this trade workshop, MBL with this one. Are we going to try to, you know, snipe it away? Yes. MBL using the market here, clicking up to castle. He'll be there in 1 minute and 45 seconds, whereas Hera is pretty far from clicking up. And Hera now has control of both of the workshops, meaning he's going to rack in that gold, meaning he can, you know, buy his way up to castle at some point in time. Folks, I'm going to imagine we're going to see lots of knights and lots of camels. All right? I can see it now. We're seeing the scouts. We already got the defense, the offense. The other way around. We got bloodlines for Hera. MBL getting bloodlines now. Folks, he's building stables. How many stables do we have here? Oh, making an archery range. Could it be that he wants to support with some cavalry archers? Maybe, but he's got 2 stables, so I think horsey boys will be the play for him as well. Alrighty, these guys, again, they got bloodlines, they got +1 defense, +1 attack. They are a force that is quite scary, and MBL is going to be idling a whole lot of his economy here. He doesn't want to lose villagers. So far, there's been no economic deaths here in this game, and Hera losing a lot less army. We've had 8 deaths for MBL so far. Not ideal, but MBL is going to be in castle so much faster. Look, we got 2.5 minutes almost. Okay, 2:15 for Hera to wait. And the camels are in. They've got no defense upgrades, but they got some offense, and that's something. And we're going to go straight for these scouts, maybe. Maybe 3 camels. Let's go. We're going to make some camels to clean these boys out. And I'm assuming, yeah, we're also going to add some knights for a little bit of spice, you know, a little bit of flair. Knights generally a little bit tankier, especially against arrow fire. So you're going to want that to be raiding, especially underneath town centers and stuff. Speaking of town centers, look at this cute little base. This is the cutest little base. We've got a little palisade wall. It's so... It's so cute. I like it a lot. And we're trying to use this space as effectively as possible. Check it out. Once these berries are eaten, bam, you can make another farm in there. It's so calculated. But MBL has control of both of the siege workshops, trade workshops over here. So he's still getting his little trickle of gold for free, which is really nice. And the knights from MBL are out. A knight on the town. We got 5 knights, 4 camels. Hera's sitting with 8 scouts. Where are the scouts though? They're going to be very scary over here, keeping a lot of the villagers, idle for MBL. Idle TC time, MBL here with 52, 53, 55, 56. Not ideal, but he can't be farming efficiently here because he's got to deal with all of this jiggery pokery. But MBL now also in castle with Hera. He's going to try to pressure Mr. Hera's area, and Hera deleting a farm to make a monastery in what could be the most perfect monastery imaginable if you're playing a game of Carcassonne. Farms all around. Beautiful. So we got some knights for Mr. Hera as well. He's going to pump out some monks, get some conversions. Hera busy repairing this palisade as we do have some pressure on it. MBL going to also have to defend against these scouts. Can 2 camels tank 7 scouts? I don't know. Not the best HP. Hera seems to think they can. So, ooh, that 1 scout with 1 HP. Where is it? Come on. Nah. Is it really 1 HP? Yes, it is. All right. Oh, the old debate 1 out of there and take it. Oh, that's actually diabolical. I love it. All right. Mr. MBL, though, not going to worry about that. He's going to continue applying the pressure. All right. MBL picking up horse collar, picking up his defense upgrade finally for his horsey boys. And Hera, he's already got iron casting and he has the +1 defense. So MBL a little behind. Folks, the game is pretty even. MBL housed, and he's going to need to build some houses. Military-wise, we've got 21 versus 20, so very even. Economy-wise, Hera up a little bit more because he idled his town center 2 minutes less, so that would explain the 6 villager difference here. Hera also adding another town center on his wood, and MBL adding another town center on his gold. Folks, if MBL wins, it's going to be the reverse sweep. And he's going to advance to the finals. The semifinals. And if Hera loses, well, I think I think it's going to be one of the biggest upsets of this tournament. So both have a lot on the line here, a lot of pressure. We've got, oh, the TC goes up. We didn't garrison in, no, we did garrison in time. Don't think we lost too much there. Both are down 1 villager each. Hera does have some monks. They walk a little slow, but they're old, so we got to give them some time. Maybe going to try to get some conversions. Berbers don't have access to camels. And, sorry, Magyars don't have access to well, they don't have access to Berbers. Magyars don't have access to camels. That's what I'm looking for. So I think MBL definitely in a really strong position if Hera continues to go full knights. Hera might be thinking it's now the time to switch into pikes at some point in time, because that's going to really, really help make more favorable engagements. So MBL here going to really quickly reclaim this workshop. He's got both of them. He's pretty much had control of both of those workshops for quite some time. We've got a scout here, 2 scouts hiding behind this little palisade wall here, the stone wall, I mean. And it looks like these knights are going to see it. Should clean those out relatively easily. MBL still with a really strong economy. He's got 49 villagers. Hera with a little bit better, 56. Okay, but military-wise, MBL looking in a good position, especially here with his workshops. He's going to try to reclaim control of this one on the right-hand side. Don't think he'll be able to. He's not sending enough camels, so he's going to, lower the HP there. So that's certainly something, but ultimately Hera's going to keep that on lock. Big fight happening over here for Mr. Hera and MBL. I feel like MBL should win this with the camels, and Hera seems to think it's not the most tradable, favorable fight for him either. He's going to send his boys back to his monks. He's got 4 monks, 5 monks. How many monks do you have? 6 monks. Man cannot. Oh my goodness, this villager coming forward. She's in dangerous territory. What does she want to build? I don't know, but I feel like she's going to die. I feel like this is the most ambitious villager. She's dead. She's a dead woman walking. I can't imagine in any world she survives. She's going to get converted instead. No, she's just gonna get sniped. Anyway, we have lots of knights here for Hera coming into MBL's area, and MBL gonna need to garrison again. Now we have 19 knights. I feel like this is enough knights to possibly, get rid of a town center, but MBL gonna here make some of his own camels. The leading a house here, making more space for the camels to come through, and Hera going to run his boys out of here. Folks, underneath this town center, we have some knights that are doing lots of work here. Where are these guys going? Oh, it's devastation. It's already 14 deaths here for MBL. It's looking really, really terrible. However, MBL's got the camels. They're the counter to the knights. It's fine. It's fine. Don't panic, she says. Don't panic. Villagers here getting caught in the crossfire. We're going back to work. That's bold. I don't know if it's beautiful, but it certainly is bold. That's 16 deaths for MBL. But check out the military numbers. Double that for MBL. And he's gotten, again, the control of the workshop. Okay, Hera is looping his knights around. And he is... still putting on pressure, but I think MBL is surviving. He's fine. He's cleaning. He's in a really, really good spot. MBL, 29 army. 18 camels, 11 knights. Missing that one of the defense upgrades that I would love to see, but, we don't want to bother MBL with that just now. He needs to focus as he's doing some raids here, getting so many kills. Nice. That's 5-7 deaths for him, 8 kills for MBL. And possibly a lot more. There's a monk here on the field. Maybe we'll eat a conversion to get rid of the monk here. There's also some spears that are being ejected for Mr. Hera. Looks like he's going to want to get the pikeman upgrade. Pikeman upgrade, kind of expensive, but look at this devastation. Folks, Hera sending some spears underneath the town center fire. He's got his economy here pretty well. Well, the farming eco, another story, but at least the gold is fine and dandy. I think Hera's going to be quite fine with his spears, and his knights should be able to clean this. Folks, Hera holding on by a thread here, and he's somehow doing it. Hera still got 63 villagers, and you know what? I feel like underneath the town center, these knights are just going to continue to come in here and harass these villagers. Hera's going to try to defend, but Hera, I feel like, survived the storm here. These guys are walled in. Again, they could loop around. I think there might be a hole. Maybe there might be a hole that they pop on into, and Hera's gonna have to garrison here and have some idle time. Idle TC, 9 minutes, almost 10 versus 7. So both have quite a bit of idle time, but MBL with control of both of these workshops has to be feeling really, really good about himself. Spears are in. They're not pikes just yet, but I feel like that upgrade's coming. Hera only has 24 on wood, and he's just not, or on food rather, and there's not much space here to be making more farms, okay? Because this is pretty far from the town center, pretty far from a mill. It's not looking too hot, but he's going to try to do the best he can. So looks like we have another fight here for this trade workshop, but MBL with a better army. However, Hera's numbers are increasing. MBL finally picking up the defense upgrade, and at home he's feeling fine and dandy. He's got 1 idle. Hera's got 4. Villager count looking close. MBL's on stone, so we might see a castle drop. Hera, though, with 3 town centers and only 8, she says, only 8 more villagers. So the longer this game goes, the better economy Hera's going to have. And the military count, well, we can see that he was down so much, and he's going to be producing super, super well now. He's also picking up the pikeman upgrade, so he's going to be producing knights and pikes. It's going to be a pretty hard counter here for the Berber player to deal with, and it looks like he's got enough knights here from Hera to clean up these camels and take control of at least one of the trade shops. But Mr. MBL coming back to the same place, getting even more kills. So death wise, we've had 28 deaths for MBL in the economy, 29, and half of that was the death count for MBL. So Hera losing a lot more, and we've got these knights here. They're going to continue to do some raids. They've got +2 defense, +2 attack, only +1 defense. Maybe that might be worth it. Hera with 1k gold. Possibly could be selling and buying here, doing some work. Looks like these guys are going to run away here, and some camels from MBL are going to try to save them. All right, folks, big fight happening here. I think MBL has a little bit better of an army just because the camels counter the knights so nicely. But we've got 1 camel just poking at a wall. Pikes are going to come and stab, twist. It'll be sad, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. MBL here using his gold really well. Again, he's got control of the siege workshops. He's cleaning up the army from Hera. Hera going on stone, the first stone that he's mining. Does he want to build more town centers? I don't think so. I feel like he wants to make a castle. No one has any castles on foot, and especially against camels with that extra arrow fire, they're going to be really nice. Camels, like we mentioned, have less pierce armor than knights do, so they're weak to archers and the like. So pikes are going to clean up those knights and trade really cost effectively, and we've got more knights and pikes and some monks coming forward for a little counterattack from MBL. MBL massing his boys at home, doesn't want to lose to the monks here. Lots of conversions might go down, might not, as we run these boys out. Town center, and by town center I mean castle, going up for MBL in a really nice position because it's going to protect his production buildings. So as long as he has his stables, he can keep producing his knights, his scouts, his whatever, and now he's adding camel archers to take out the pikes. So something very similar he did with that Cumin Frank game, adding some cavalry archers to take out the spears. So really nice addition. We also got monks coming down here to the knights, and Hera doing a really good job of trying to apply some pressure, but MBL just shrugging it off his shoulder. He says, get out of here. Hera making some more, buying some more, selling some wood is what I want to say. He's selling some wood, using the market. Hera's got 12 on stone, so I think he desperately wants a castle. MBL has 11 on stone, so I feel like his plans to go for a second castle are also on the table there. So MBL with a pretty nice worker efficiency, 70%. Hera with 45. So there's been a lot of idols, a lot of garrisoning, a lot of pressure for MBL. We've got more knights coming forward. Hera's going to try to plug these holes here, protect these villagers at the wood line. He's also got some monks here, but there's holes. Hera's going to try the quick wall. He will do that, in fact. But now we got one camel archer that will, you know, these two are just going to be killing it, literally killing it. Okay, Hera has almost enough for a castle. We got knights coming forward. If they get into the stone, it might be a really, really big nightmare. Hera losing so many villagers. He's lost 45 villagers now. Villager count, though, still in his favor, but military numbers are dwindling. Hera has enough stone for a castle. Feel like now is the time for a defensive castle. What will it defend? Anything. He needs something here. MBL, though, still 11 on stone, so not just quite enough for a castle, but he's got a nice amount of gold, especially with the control of the workshops, and he's just going to be flooding. Folks, this man is making a castle forward. You see it. He's sending his 6 villagers. Hera, though, making a castle. I feel like MBL is going to be in a really good position to deny it, especially now that he's found it with his knights. We've got Hera coming forward with 1 pike, but is 1 pike enough? Something tells me the answer is no, especially with the camel archers. Folks, this is insane. We're cleaning this mess up here. There's cavalry archers, camel archers that are cleaning out the pikes. Everything else is doing this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Folks, we deny the castle. We make a counter castle. The camera froze at the worst possible time. A disaster. Disaster all around, but MBL playing this so well here. Cannot believe it. We've got the knights are into the woodline, she says, into the castle. Here comes the counter castle, and the GG will be called. MBL playing out of his mind here.
MBL will be able to deny the castle.
MBL coming back from 2 and he takes it!
Oh my god! MBL's best performance in Age of Empires ever, right there. That was insane.
MBL has shown up to play. Look at him. Look at his face. He can't believe it. Beating his teammate Hera. Hera played so well in this tournament. Hera's
What an amazing set. That was insane. Who would have thought that we'd see a reverse sweep? Hera's such a strong competitor, but MBL bringing out his A++ game. Best of luck to MB in the semis. We'll see him play and see you guys maybe on Twitch or in the next YouTube video. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.